Hey guys, welcome to Code Decode. So, as promised, this video is based on the questions which are shared by our subscribers. Thanks, Ravijit, for sharing your real time interview questions and experiences. Here's the question that he has shared with us in the comments. So, let's get started. Also, if you have faced some interview questions and you want us to answer them, just let us know in the comment section. Each and every comment that you post with the interview questions will be covered in the upcoming video like this. So, let's get started. Which database to choose when you have to handle an extremely large volume of data in your application? This is a very interesting question when it comes to the bracket of 5 to 9 years of experience. They just try to understand how and which database out of loads of database available out in the market, how will you decide and choose your best database for your particular application on a given condition. So remember, answer to this question is not always same for everybody. Now, no single database is universally the best database out of everybody out there in the market. The right choice depends upon your use case, your data characteristics, your performance requirement. So, your explanation and your choice actually depends upon the specific use case, and you have to also give them the trade offs between the different database technologies. For example, there's always a fight between NoSQL or SQL DB. So where asset properties are important, there's a trade-off with the availability. When availability is there with the MongoDB or the NoSQL database, their consistency is actually eventual consistency. So there's always a trade-off between different databases. So you have to also give them those points during answering such questions in the real-time interview. So your choosing criteria will be which data structure you need, whether it is a structured data you are handling or you are handling the unstructured data, whether it is transaction, read heavy, write heavy, analytical focused, whether you need horizontal or vertical scaling, what performance needs are there, what budget constraints you have, and what is the trade-offs, whether you need consistency or you need availability, where you can compromise it, the strong consistency versus eventual consistency, what is actually needed. So before coming to recommended database, let's see some very common examples that you can always choose from. The use cases, you're handling the YouTube data, large amount of data where lots of activity logs are there, recommendations are there, or you are handling the e-commerce data where millions of product catalogs, millions of SKUs are present with multiple customer interaction histories, a lot of data basically. So the general purpose large scale data can be easily managed by Apache Cassandra. Second use case, you're working with the real time analysis for the viewing trends, video performances, ad effectiveness, or in the e-commerce way, how the customer is behaving, what are the sales trends, how are the inventory forecasting. So all those analytics comes with the Snowflake or Amazon Redshift. Now, if you have some of the non-structured schema, for example, you have lots of shopping carts with product reviews with a varying data structures. You don't know how much attributes will come in the JSON payload or something. Then you don't have a fixed schema, go for semi-structured data structure, that is MongoDB. Now you have some real-time streaming need. For example, you have a live streaming in the YouTube. So real-time video streaming, analytics, user engagement, all those things, real-time streaming data you can handle with Hadoop using Apache HBase. Now, if you need to have the caching of the video metadata so that your content reaches really quickly to the user, or for example, in the e-commerce way, you need to quickly store the frequently accessed product details at the quick location where they can, like for example, CDN ways. In that particular case, you can use the high-speed data access using key value pair using Amazon DynamoDB or Redis. Basically, the caching part. The last example, suppose you have to handle loads of order processing, payments, inventory management with a strict consistency is needed. If the payment is failure, order processing has to stop. So if there is a very strict consistency or the asset property compliance is very critical in the transactional data, go for Amazon Aurora, MySQL or PostgreSQL compatible. Any relational database will work there. But usually if you have a very large set of data, Amazon Aurora handles it very nicely. Now coming to the actual way how we can do the database selections. So when you start, you first of all decide your data structure. If it is structured or if it is unstructured. If it is structured, then is it really transaction heavy? If it is yes, go for relational database where you can go for the asset properties. You can choose any SQL database out of PostgreSQL, MySQL, Oracle, Amazon Aurora. Amazon Aurora is basically a good choice for handling large scale of data comparatively. When it comes to transactional heavy data is not there, you have rather the analytical loads like OLAP. Then you have to choose the data warehouses. For example, you can use Snowflake, Amazon Redshift, or BigQuery. Here, the Snowflake and Amazon Redshift both are compatible enough for the large amount of scaled data. Now, suppose you have unstructured data or the semi-structured data. Is it at least somewhat structured, semi-structured? You can go for NoSQL databases like, for example, the DocumentDB, like for example, MongoDB. But if it is not at all semi-structured also, it's completely real-time. You have to do the streaming, you have to do the processing at real time. You can use a columnar database, for example, Apache Cassandra, HBase, and ClickHouse. Here, even Cassandra and HBase both works really good with a really high amount of data. Even with YouTube and e-commerce websites, you can use these unstructured data completely fine. So that's how you have to answer such questions in interview, whether which particular database has to be chosen has to be decided based on the scenarios you have. Now, some recommended examples are for relational database, you have Postgre, MySQL, Oracle, Amazon Aurora. This is the best one. Columnar database, you have Apache Cassandra, HBase, ClickHouse. For large scale of read-write operations, you can go for these. For NoSQL DBs, you can use MongoDB. For the document store, key value pair, you can have Redis. That is basically for the faster access using caching. For that, if you have specific need, for example, social networkings, how the relationships are there between users, go for graph database using Neo4j. Now, suppose if you have an example for OLAP, that is online analytical processing, then always go for Snowflake or Amazon Redshift. If you have a distributed data and you have to have a massive parallel processing of data, go for Amazon S3 for large operation and Hadoop for the distributed database. So these are the ways you can answer in such situations, which database to be choose. So in the summary, big data analytics, go for Snowflake. High volume write operations, Cassandra. Flexible DB, MongoDB. Real-time data processing, DynamoDB or HBase. I hope this answers the questions, Rajiv. Thank you so much for sharing your real-time interview questions with us. Thank you. For more such videos, just add your real-time interview questions that you want us to answer, and we will for sure make a video on the comments that you will put in the comment section. Thank you.